Right, we've arrived at the assess on page 347. That is the assess for chapter 23. So I'm just doing some selected questions, not all of them. I'm doing the majority, and certainly the more challenging ones I'm doing, that's for sure. So this is question 2 as a starter, grade A question. Remember, this topic is all grade A or A star. So I'll do one grade A question, then we jump straight into A star. So question 2 is up there written for you. It says the arc of a circle of radius 10 centimeters is 4 pi centimeters long. Don't be worried by that. You can use a calculator, of course, but the way I've done it is not to use a calculator at all. It just works brilliantly. So here we are. That is the arc of a circle. Well, that's a segment of a circle rather, and that is the arc of the circle. That would be the radius. So that's r equals 10 centimeters on there. And this length here, this bit of the circumference of the whole thing, is 4 pi centimeters long. Alright, not very difficult, is it? So don't worry about the fact that we've not multiplied 3.14 by 4. Just leave it as that and it'll work out lovely. What angle does the arc make at the centre of the circle? In other words, mystery angle x degrees. Well, you know the formula, don't you? So watch how easy this is. We're looking for this fraction of 360 degrees times 2 pi r, all comes to a length of 4 pi. You can see the pi's going to cancel in a minute. So we have x divided by, well, we can cancel the 2 and the 360 straight away. Why not? So that's gone, and that becomes 180. So we put a 180 down there. Go back to yellow. So times pi times, of course, the radius is 10, which is really easy. And that comes to 4 pi. Let's just get rid of the pi straight away, because if you divide both sides by pi, you don't have any more pi. Saves you multiplying by 3.14 and getting inaccurate answers. I can also, I can simplify this further. That becomes 18. So I'm left with x divided by 18 equals 4. Therefore, x is going to be 4 lots of 18. Isn't this really cute? What did I make it? Yeah, 72 degrees. Absolutely stunning, isn't it? Didn't use a calculator. In fact, if you look at the question carefully, it gives you the arc length in terms of pi, and this used to be the way that the old-fashioned papers used to test this kind of question without using a calculator on the non-calculated papers. You can see, if you can just keep your cool and keep your nerve, that didn't require a calculator, and certainly by using pi of 3.14 you may well be losing a little bit of accuracy. But here, just by cancelling out the pi's as shown, I've ended up with an answer exactly 72 degrees. That's perfectly correct. That was question 2, and I'll now do question 4, and I'll stop after these two just to reassess. This is rated at A star. Again, I haven't got a clue why. It's really easy, and I did use a calculator for this one. You'll see in a minute why. A goat is tethered. That's lovely. You see, I just want to let you know that I've always wanted to have a goat, but I'm not allowed because it apparently eats everything in the garden, so all the flowers and stuff will disappear, so I'm not allowed to have a goat, which is a real shame. But anyway, just thought I'd let you know. Alright, a goat is tethered to the corner of a square field. Right, square field, that requires this little facility here. So here's a nice field. Well, it's a field drawn on top of the sand, but never mind. Great place for goats to live. Anyway, square, sort of. And the goat is sort of tethered at the corner right here. So imagine your goat is right there, held by a string, and it's allowed to eat half the field. In other words, it can eat off an area of half the size of the field. Now we know the field is a 20 by 20 meter stretch of land, and therefore area of field equals 20 by 20, 2 2s are 4, 400 meters squares worth of lovely lush grass. Now we're not going to put a line down the middle there and bisect that field. No, we're not going to do that because it's silly, because the goat is stuck in this corner here with a string. So imagine the goat's path might be something like that. Alright, and so what I'm trying to simulate is the fact that the goat can go anywhere within this area and chomp away at the grass and be happy, and that looks sort of a bit like half the area of the whole square. Anyway, just as a picture, and our job is to work out, haven't got a clue, how long is the goat's tethering rope. In other words, what is the radius of that arc produced by the goat if it's to go to the very limits of its permitted walking space. So it can go all the way in here, obviously, to go as far as it possibly can. You can munch your way all the way along this rope here. Well, it's got a rope around its neck or something, and it's sort of eating grass. It can't do this, but it can do that. So essentially we want to work out the radius of this part of the circle, alright? And that's a 90-degree thing. So here we go. Obviously the area is 400 meters squares worth of munching ground, and we know that it's a 90 degree at the corner, so we know that 90 over 360 times pi r squared equals half the area of the field, 200, alright? Because half of 400 is 200. Here we go, very, very simple equation. It's lovely. Cancel down, 90 and 360 is basically a quarter. And what I'm going to take the 4 over and multiply, so I've got pi r squared equals 800. Now divide by pi, so 800 over 3.14. Grab my machine, which I did earlier, and I've got 254.777, and then I of course had to press the square root button on that, so the radius is going to be the square root of 254.777, and that came to approximately 15.96 meters. So this little bit of string around his neck is 15.96 meters, so which means basically that little leftover thing is about 4 meters left of room that the goat can't use. So that's 4, and of course that's going to be 4 across there as well. Anyway, it's really not done to scale whatsoever. It's a terrible diagram, but anyway, so the radius is about 16 centimeters. Let's just write it up here. So r is approximately 16 meters. Let's put a nice little red box around that. Doink, 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 doink. And that of course should be a little r and not a big R. It's just me getting excited. There you go. Question: how long is the goat's tethering rope? The rope is 16 meters long, and that's the conclusion to the matter. Stop there. So question 2, just flick back. That's grade A, very easy. Question 4, that's been rated A star, also really easy. Time to stop, and I get a breather and I'll catch you later.